that if he becomes a cabinet minister, maybe he would use that influence to fight for a lot of development projects they need in their area. One thing I've observed in Upper West region is that it is largely deprived. The people are telling us that those they have seen around are basically projects that were initiated by the NDC, either under Rawlings administration or Mills Mahama administration, whether it is electricity, water, health, school, whatever kind of project that will enhance the lives of the people. That is what they have been able to see under the administration led by NDC, either before the Mills Mahama administration came or under Jerry John Rawlings. But they are also asking for a few other things that are dear to them. Bad roads, and I'm emphasizing on bad roads because I've driven on this road since yesterday, and I can tell you that these roads are not the best at all on the stretches that we use, especially the ones that connect Wa through to the Burkina Faso border and then to Mali. You noted that there's a kind of international trade where people bring goods from the hinterland in the Sahelian countries to the Ghana through the Upper West region. And then this is where the people feel like they have largely been deprived, and because of the deprivation they think that it is also hindering the development of the area. And you can see from my background that there are more of the traditional leaders, the opinion leaders of this area who have come, and this one fine opportunity for them to show themselves in their numbers, to help John Mahama to understand their plight. And there they are. These are people who have done nothing wrong to any government. All they wish is to vote for somebody who they believe can help to develop this country. But unfortunately, these people have continuously casted their votes. But for them, anytime there is a government under the NPP administration, they are virtually neglected. And that is the plight. And that is the testimony we are witnessing. And that is the complaint that the traditional authorities have just shared with John Dramani Mahama. As we speak, the parliamentary candidate, who is also the member of parliament for the area, is currently speaking. He's speaking the typical traditional language. So I'm beckoning one of the indigenes around to help me understand what exactly he's saying. Many people are watching us live on Wazo TV, but they don't understand this language, which is unique for people in Upper West. What has he been saying so far?
Currently, first of all, let me thank all people who are watching us.
Go ahead, they are watching us already.
Currently, what our people are saying is that we have the former MP of Wise, who is in the person of Honorable Aminu Salifu. He is currently on the podium. What he's telling the people is that they should look at the kind of development that the previous NDC regime brought around the constituency. He talked of the two secondary schools, the two only secondary schools that are being built in this constituency during the era of NDC. From that day up to now, from that period of NDC up to now, we don't have any project when it comes to education again. Currently, before NDC left power, we have another project before coming here. It's still stuck there. We have, our people have gone through all the systems that we have in this country to make sure that this project is complete. But as we are speaking, this project is still stuck there. So he's encouraging our people to come out in their numbers on December 7th to vote for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the MP, already we are in opposition. And the kind of developmental projects that the MP is bringing into the constituency, it is an eyesore around the...
So at the moment he's speaking, so let's listen to him. And in case he speaks the local language, then you will help us to understand exactly what he's saying. But for now he's speaking English, so let's listen to him.
Okay. Now, our paramount chief, the winner, another paramount chief, the Kundugu Koro, another paramount chief, the Goripie Na, the imams, the traditional landowners, and all the sub-chiefs that have accompanied their chiefs here to make this event a grand event. My party executives, community members, the Samune groups, and everybody gathered here. I'm excited to be here to talk to you about why we need to vote President Mahama and Dr. Jesau to help reset this country. Mr. President, whilst welcoming you to the Wa East, we want to inform you that we have done all the work that is required to give the information to the people, to convince them in ways that will let them agree to vote for you on the 7th of December 2024. Mr. President, our people are agricultural people, and so they are excited about your agriculture for economic transformation program that you have promised them. We are looking forward to you establishing the Farmer Services Center that will help our people access inputs, access tractor services, and access all that is required to make their agriculture easy and provide food security for our people. Mr. President, you have traveled the roads and the roads have not improved in the last 8 years. The chiefs and people are looking forward to you coming to power and making sure that this road network is improved so that they can be motorable transportation across the length and breadth of the country, so that we'll be able to support your 24-hour economic policy. We are very excited about that. Mr. President, we know our healthcare system is broken down. We know our educational system is broken down. The message of all the masses here to you is that they will vote for you, and their expectation is that you will be able to do it for them. Mr. President, we have confidence because you are a man of your words. You are a man who promises and delivers. You are a man who talks less, and your track record is there for everyone to see. Mr. President, the people of Wa East are so excited that you have made it here, and we are confident that the message of our chiefs have also been listened to. Mr. President, the youth that are standing here, most of them are unemployed. We are looking forward to what you will do on your sustainable community mining for us. What you will do to recognize our farming and regularize our farming and our small-scale mining, so that our people can mine in a way that is sustainable and then keep the sanctity of our environment. Mr. President, we are looking for opportunities, and we know that your 24-hour economic policy will trigger a lot of economic opportunities that will create employment for the many teeming youths. Mr. President, the free SHSS have thrown out a lot of candidates who are struggling now to go into SSS. So we are very excited about your policy of free first year tertiary education, and we are excited about it. Mr. President, we will help you propagate the message, and we will ensure that victory in the Wa East constituency for President Mahama and the NDC is delivered. Mbanamine tipoyem barka ya apohine ja amba hotumache wajine karde bonya aku masiamana President John Dramani Mahama owen ku wasohoti vote he tin yala kayel ja an iyel ju ayel nimbiri Wa Eastern President Mahama ewo akuti NDC ewo akuti yoma ninga ampare yel ja balapaha development village agba balapaha kabla okatama biebe yel ja ampare te pampana mamine mbamine yamehe bayan kapuo balon nane nimbiri balon la emnga jama nye yal nan era nsore yala wala ai ananso yan yelukumo ka ananso jun yana votu You know, voted President Mahama number 8, I voted Jesao number 2. Chana Karaja, Kataweli yan Namankara, a voter who small scale mining Yaltar Hilabi, to Tuma Yaltar Hilabi, to Lafilo Yaltar Hilabi, Yetikanyuri, Ye era, come December 7th. Karija vote ku President Mahama, a vote ku to MP. Karnantuang ebla, Tama biebe, a yelhe na serahen. Ajun, ye kumovo kansonya, Karo welcome to be down, Masiamana, President John Dramani Mahama, who was our poetry. Your Excellency, you are invited to address your audience. Thank you very much. You read from that.
Okay, so John Dramani Mahama has been invited to take the stage to make his presentation. But he was speaking the local language. Was it a summary of what he said in English?
Yes, what the MP just said is that President Mahama, now as we are speaking, there are a lot of unemployment.
Unfortunately, he cannot continue because John Mahama is starting, so let's listen to him now.
So,
thank you very much for
right.
Let me acknowledge my traditional fathers, Bulengana, Mawina, Kunduguna, Goripie, and all your elders. Thank you very much for the warm welcome you've given to me, both as a son and as a member of the traditional area. And I'm happy to be here in Wa East. Wa East, are you ready for 7th December? I didn't hear you. Wa East, are you ready for 7th December? Okay, that's better. Now I can tell you are ready. How many of you have the voter's card? All of you? Are you keeping it safe? Okay, it has a job to do, so make sure you keep it safe. And on 7th December, come out early and cast your votes. If you have something to do, you can go and do it quickly. By 5 o'clock, you should be back at your polling station. All of you are going to be at your polling station at 5 o'clock. And you come and watch them count the votes. They will count both the parliamentary and the presidential. After they count one, don't leave. A lot of the time when they count the parliamentary first and Dr. Jesao has won, all of you, yeah, Dr. Jesao die, Dr. Jesao die. Then you run away and go and celebrate and forget that Masimana, JM2, they are going to count his vote. And so you run away, you go and hey, Dr. Jesaudiye, and then they are counting Masimana's vote. And they'll count 1, 2, 12, 15, 8, 7, and do it basa, 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 basa. So all of us must be at the polling station, must watch them count the presidential and the parliamentary votes, and make sure that it's recorded properly. When they finish counting, the presiding officer will advertise and declare the results. When he's declaring the results, if you have a camera, the way some of you are holding your video phones, video him declaring the results. And then when he finishes, you paste it on the wall. When he pastes it on the wall, take a picture of it, so that tomorrow if somebody goes and changes the figures, you would know that they have tampered with the results. Apart from that, we have the largest number of spoiled ballots in the northern sector of this country. A lot of our old ladies and old men don't know how to vote. A lot of even our first-time voters have a problem with voting. The law says that you are allowed to ask for assisted voting. And so if you have your grandmother or your grandfather, don't let them be shy about it. Go with them to the polling station and let them tell the presiding officer, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my brother. I want them to come with me to help me to vote. The law allows it.
so that we can reduce the number of spoiled ballots. But we're bringing the sample ballot papers, go around and teach, especially the first-time voters, how they should vote. When you get the ballot paper, the presidential, I am standing for the presidential. So you see my photograph, and then you'll also see the umbrella, Akatawia. You see the Akatawia symbol. You don't look for number 8. Don't count 8. It doesn't matter. Just look for the Akatawia. You there, raise the Akatawia, let them see. Aha. You see this Akatawia on the ballot paper. So when you see it, there's a space at the side. Hey, bring that thing. Bring the ballot sample. Bring the big one. Let him bring this one. Yeah. So open it. So the ballot paper will be like this. There are 13 candidates. And you see my picture. You can see my picture there. And then you see the umbrella, Akatawia. You see it there with NDC written. So you put your thumbprint in the empty box by the side. Make sure your thumbprint is right in the middle of the box. Don't let it cross the line. If it crosses the line, your ballot is spoiled. And after you thumbprint it, please listen to this carefully. You put the ballot paper on the table, you put your thumb on the ink, you thumbprint right in the middle of the box. When you thumbprint, don't touch the ballot paper again. There's normally tissue or a rag that is there. You take it and clean your thumb and make sure that it is dry before you take the ballot paper and you fold it and go and put it in the box. Why you have to clean your thumb is if you thumbprint and you immediately touch the ballot paper again to fold it, your thumbprint, which is wet, will touch another place. And they'll say you have voted twice. And so your ballot will become a spoiled ballot. I hope you all understand what I've said. Good. So that is the voting process. And once you vote, you put it in the box. If you have something urgent to do, you can go and do it. But come back to the polling station around 3, 4, before polling closes at 5. And at 5, stay there and witness the count until they fully count all the ballots. And then when they've counted and they've recorded it, take a picture of it or video the presiding officer declaring the vote, and your work is done. On 7th December, it is time to drive the elephants back into the game reserve. The game reserve is just here, it's not far away. It is time to drive the elephants back into the bush. It came into town in 2017 and it has caused enough distraction. It is time for it to go back so that NDC will come back and continue the good work that we were doing. If you take Wild West is virtually a creation of NDC. Every development project we have here was provided by the NDC. The electricity, the water, the schools, the clinics, everything was provided by NDC. And so it is our obligation. Wiki just came from Wild West. East. And so it's our obligation to continue the development of East. And so everything that our father Mawena talked about is something that we are committed to. The population is growing. We establish clinics. We have to upgrade them to polyclinics so that they can give better health care to the people. We opened the school at Law. I know that some children come from far away to the school. It was meant to be a community-day secondary school, but there are some children who don't come from Law. And so we have to build accommodation facilities for that school so that the children who don't come from there can have accommodation. So having a dormitory block at the Lagoon Community Day School is something that we are committed to. The 2 secondary schools in East were provided in NDC time. Funsi Secondary is a creation of the NDC. And so development is something that is a must, and we will continue. But we're introducing new policies. And one of those policies is the free primary health care policy. In that policy, you don't need a national health insurance card. Any health facility, from a clinic to a CHIPS compound to a health center to a polyclinic, as long as you are a Ghanaian, if you go to any of these facilities without a national health insurance card, you will be treated free of charge. The only facilities where you need your national health insurance card is from the secondary level onwards. And that is from the district hospitals to the regional hospitals to the teaching hospitals and the tertiary hospitals. It is only there that you need your national health insurance card. We're going to recruit community health workers who are going to be responsible for preventive and community primary health care. They will visit your house from time to time. They will have the machine to measure your blood pressure to make sure that you don't have hypertension and that you don't come down with a stroke. They will have the machine for measuring your sugar level to make sure that you are not suffering from diabetes without knowing it. All the preventable diseases are things that they will help you with so that our people can stay healthy. That is all going to be part of the community health care program. And these community health workers are going to be paid a stipend so that they can go from house to house. They will have a logbook. They will know what time it is to visit which household so that we can keep our people healthy. That is the program that the NDC is going to introduce. Because a healthy nation is made up of healthy people. Or they say a healthy people make a healthy nation. There are many other programs. In education, we're going to come and improve the free senior high school program. Instead of giving the money to buffer stock to send food to the secondary schools, we're going to give the money directly to the secondary schools so that your headmasters and your bearers and your matrons can go to the local market and buy the granules, buy the beans, buy the gari, buy the rice, buy the yam, buy the meat, and come and feed the children so that the children can get better quality food to eat. Today, if the buffer stock does not send food to the secondary school, the headmasters have no right to go and buy food from the market. That is going to change so that our children can get better food in the schools. We're going to finish the e-blocks that we're working on so that we can create more space in secondary education for our young children. And when we have done that, we will cancel the double track system so that we won't have the situation where our children are going to school for 4 weeks, coming back home for 3 months. Some are going, some are coming, some are going, basa, 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 basa. You can't even understand the whole system. All our children will go to school when school reopens at the same time, and when school vacates, all of them will come home together. This would ease the pressure on parents so that it can reduce the amount of money they are spending on children. Because today, really, because of the need to take extra class teachers to teach our children during the long period when they stay at home, we find out that we're spending more money on the children today under free SHS than when it was not free. When it wasn't free, the average school fee was 600 cedis. Today, you are spending more than 600 cedis on the child. Before they go to school, you have to fill their boxes with food because the food in the school is not good. You have to go to school and send them food all the time, send them money to buy food. In the morning, they give them hot water with Lipton and a cube of sugar, no milk, no bread. How can a child drink black tea and go and sit in a classroom and you expect that they should learn? All that is going to change under the NDC administration. We're going to make the education sector much better. And when these children have finished free SHS, when they qualify for nursing training college, they qualify for college of education, they qualify for university, they qualify for agri college. When they go in the first year, they are not going to pay any academic fees. It will be free of charge in the first year. And during the first year, we'll register them for the student loan, so that from second year, they can access the student loan to pay their fees. And they'll pay their fees for the remaining 3 years. And when they finish school, when they get a job, then we start to deduct the student loan bit by bit by bit until they finish paying. This will take a lot of pressure off our parents and make things better for them. We're encouraging a lot of the young people to go into vocational and technical training, because tertiary education and the grammar school education is not the only way to go. Today the world of work is looking for people who know how to use their hands. If you are a master tiler and you know how to lay tiles properly, you go to Accra, Kumasi, Takrade, Tamale and see how much money people are making just from laying tiles. If you are a good plumber and you can read a blueprint and do plumbing in a house, go and see how much plumbers are making. If you are an electrician and you know how to wire a house and electrify a house, go and see how much people are making. So it's not that everybody should finish and become a lawyer or a doctor or a historian or a teacher. There are many other skills that you can take into the world of work. And like I said, we're going to balance out the recruitment into the security services, because we want all our people to have a chance to serve in the security services. So we're not going to sit in Accra and serve. Our security services must reflect the nature, character, and ethnicity of our country. There must be people from Wa West in the police service, Wa East. There must be people from Wa West. There must be people from Wa Central. And so when NDC comes, we will come to the regional capital. All of you who want to be recruited into the security services, you have a chance to apply to join the security services. And you don't only need your school certificate with English and maths. Even if you don't have the school certificate with English and maths, you just have an NVTI vocational training certificate. That shows that you are a driver, you are a plumber, you are an electrician, you are a dressmaker, you are a shoemaker, you are a grader operator. Whatever skill you have, we would use that certificate to employ you into the police service, into immigration, into prisons, into fire service, into customs. So if you don't have a senior high school certificate, make sure you get a vocational training certificate and you will qualify to enter the security services. We need more policemen, because with the 24-hour economy, we have to make sure that this country is safe so that people can go to work both in the night and in the daytime. And so over the next 4 years, we're going to recruit at least 25,000 new police officers. And we'll make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity to be part of the security services. For the farmers, I have good news for you. We're going to establish farmer service centers, and there's going to be one here in Wa East. The farmer service center is going to have everything that you need to do your farming. All of you know I'm a farmer myself. I have a 300-acre farm. I grow soya bean and maize. And so whatever I do for farmers, I'm doing for myself. And so we'll have the farmer service center. We'll register all the farmers in Wa East. We will inspect your farm. We'll come to your farm. We'll measure your farm. We know what crop you are producing. If you are producing beans or granules or cassava or maize or yam, we will know. And once you are registered with the service center at the beginning of the farming season, we will give you all the inputs you need. If you need a tractor to plow for you, we'll come and plow for you. At a subsidized rate, we're not going to charge you 350 cedis to plow 1 acre. We're going to charge a lower fee. If you have money, you pay. We'll give you fertilizer. We'll give you weedicide. We'll give you seed. If you have money, you pay. If you don't have money, we'll do it on credit for you. When you harvest your crops and you go and sell, then you come and pay the small credit that you were given, so that the next farming season, you can get the credit again. This is our way of targeting the farmers, sending the food directly, the support directly to the farmers. The time has come for us to make a choice on 7th December. That choice is going to be very important. It will determine the future of a lot of the young people who are here. It's not an easy choice. You must pray that God gives you the sense of discernment to make the right choice. Because anytime you make a wrong choice, the consequences live with you. Today, the suffering we're going through, the destruction of our economy, the hardship all of us are going through, our inability to buy fertilizer, the high cost of goods, the high cost of transportation, the high cost of electricity, is because of the choices we made in the past, in 2016 and 2020. This time we have the opportunity to correct it. And I know we're going to make the right choice. NDC is the government that stands with the people. We don't make sweet promises. We don't talk, we act. There are some people who believe in just saying what the electorate want to hear so that they can win political power. We are not like that. We tell the people the truth all the time. We won't say what we can't do. We will tell you what we can do. And we are not those who come round and give you money when it's getting to elections. I know that now that elections are coming, they're going to come and start distributing money to you to buy your conscience. But whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, the Bible and the Quran tell us always to follow the truth. We should not follow this stomach. This stomach, you fill it today, in the evening it's empty. And so you take money, you fill the stomach, and you buy your conscience, the stomach will get empty again. But your bought conscience and the action you take because your conscience was bought will live after you. And so, when the money comes, please accept it. It is your money. The money that should have been used for roads, should have been used for schools, should have been used to bring you development, that didn't come. It's that same money they're going to bring and share to you. The money belongs to the people of Ghana. It comes from the taxes that you pay. So when the money comes, what do? You collect it and you chop it. But when you go into the polling booth, vote for the truth. And the truth is with the NDC. I can assure you, every part of this country has made up its mind to vote for the NDC. And so the NDC is going to win the election of 7th December. I assure you, there's no doubt about that. By the grace of God, NDC, inshallah, is going to win the 7th December election. So don't throw your vote away. There are some small parties, they get 0.1, 0.2, 0.100. Don't waste your vote there. Just vote for NDC and give us the authority to come and change your lives. And I know on 7th December you are going to do that. In Tree, they say we've carried water, we've carried alcohol, and we know which is heavier. Yasuya and Sa, Yasuya and Shio, yenim nemu odru, yehu nemu odru. And in English, they say experience is the best teacher. And when you change it to tree, they say a futu wohoi and sakra nipa adjacent sohe. It is only when you pass through an experience that you learn a lesson from it. We have passed through 8 years of that experience, and we must have learned our lessons. And I'm sure that on 7th December, the elephant that came into town and has brought hardship and pain to us, we're going to drive it away and drive it into the bush. So if you are ready to drive the elephant away, you know how we drive elephants away? How do you drive an elephant away? You shout, hey! So if you are ready to drive the elephant away, say it after me, hey! 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 Okay, it has run away. Thank you very much. My brother, Dr. Seydou Jesau, a very admirable, respectable, intelligent young man. Medical doctor, very good in his profession. And from when I met him, I admired him as a very young man. He expressed intentions to run for parliament. And eventually he ran and he won the election. He's represented you admirably in Parliament House. If you talk about some of the top parliamentarians on our bench in Parliament, he's amongst the top 20 at least. And his knowledge, of course, I meant agric, not medical. And his knowledge in the agricultural sector is very useful because our next focus and target is to reduce the amount of food we import. We want to grow our own food and eat our own food. And so his expertise is going to become very important in terms of implementing our agricultural policy. And so they say a word to the wise is enough. For those who understand what I said, you understand. And so I'm going to raise his hand so that you know that it is him that we have accepted as the candidate for the Wa East constituency. I want to thank our former member of parliament, Amin, for the support he has given to his brother. There are many things that a person can do. Parliament is one of them. I was in parliament before. I left parliament and became a vice president, became a president. If I didn't become vice president or president, I probably would have become an ambassador, I would have become a chief executive, I would have become something else. So there's a lot that we can do even if we're not in parliament. And so, I mean, rest assured, you are very useful to us, you are still with us, and we'll utilize you when we come into office. And so, I want to thank you for the support you are giving to your brother, and ask you to continue to support him like that. So I'm going to raise Dr. Seydou Jesau's hand so that traditionally everybody would witness that he's our candidate and that our campaign has been launched, and that on 7th December when you vote for me for president, you must vote for him for parliament. And so, like I said, there's the presidential and the parliamentary. In both ballot papers, just look for the Akatewia. Don't mind about the number. Yes, the number is 8. We have collected it. Some people wanted to break it. We've taken it from them. But you forget about the 8. It is safely with us. Just look for the Akatewia. That is what is important.
I'll come to you for just 30 seconds.
So any of the ballot papers they give you, parliamentary, presidential, just look for the Akatewia and put your thumb there. And you would have done your job. So I wish to, with privilege and honor, raise the hand of my younger brother and present him to you, the people of Wa East, as our parliamentary candidate. And it is my hope that you're going to vote for me and vote for Honorable Seydou Jesao as the parliamentary candidate for NDC for the Wa East constituency. Thank you very much.
And so,
and God richly bless you. Yebarka, Yebarka.
John Dramani Mahama has just raised the hand of the parliamentary candidate for Wa East, that's Dr. Godfred Seydou Jesao, and that wraps up the campaign of this constituency. And so, in your shot, you would see John Mahama, who has just finished addressing the people, and he is being walked to the traditional authorities to just say or bid them goodbye, and after bidding them goodbye, he would definitely leave this place to the Fiama Bussier AC constituency, Dafiama to be specific, where he is going to address the people. But let me catch Bulldog for a comment. Okay. So Bulldog, let me catch you for a comment. So just say something to Ghanaians watching TV now, what they must do for John Mahama.
This is the man. This is the man who will save us. Forget the other people. Simple. Very simple. For the last 8 years, what have they done?
Thank you. And so that's how we wrap up our coverage Wa East here in the Upper West region. We are going to the Fiama BCA EC constituency, the Fiama to be specific, where John Mahama again will address a mini debate as part of his 3-day tour of the Upper West region. Stay with us for more on his campaign.